Hi, good morning, friends. Today, see what is the algo which is generated. So, morning we got at 9:15 buy entry, and I got out at around 12:54 because I see a good return. Manually, I exited this from here to here. We got a good return on 40 points. So, the algo which is generated is around 5,658 rupees. So, I got exited at 12:54. So the 1254 candle is this. So I close that. And overall this month, so far mid of the this thing, it is given out around 6,700 rupees loss. And prior to that, we had a profit of this guy. Let's see what is the return it is offered here. We'll open this. Before Algo, it has given some negative impact, right? So we're here. Yeah, it was around 12,585. So minus 6,000. So we have to see what is the overall return it has given so far. This is 12,000, some change, right? 12,585. 585. 585. So around 5,800 overall profit it is generated. Even though Algo has some problems in between, till 2 days back, it was neck to neck. But at the end of the month, if you see, it is 5,800. But if you look at number of trades comparatively, maybe you might have 1,000 to 1,000 to 2,000 profit. That is like a 2% which is offering. So since there is a gap in the our algo, we cannot completely judge on that on the returns. So this is how algo you need to track as a paper trade, and if you feel it is good, then we'll have to deploy live. So the point what I'm trying to say is, even though algo, you need to watch for paper trade and see what is the PNL it is generated on a regular basis. Here you go to see intraday, what is the PNL it is generated on an average. So maybe we can, book a profit when that price comes. So that is another approach which we can have. Or if you see a good return like today, what I did, maybe you can close the, trade before 3:30 itself. If you see a good return, momentum day, probably you can book, because if you don't book, see here you got all sideways market. So the profit would have been eroded. So you got a sell entry, again buy entry, sell entry, buy entry, sell entry. So all these stop losses will, taken out mostly your profits. So this could be avoided whenever you get like a big rally, one directional, right? When you see 150 to 200 points, probably that day you can stop and not continue further because of possibilities sideways, right? So this is the one way that you can also keep in mind when you are running algo. So completely don't rely on only algo. You have to manually inspect and take profits whenever appropriate. That you have to do every day. What is the trade has happened? What was the PNL it has been generated? Maximum high and maximum low. So based on that, you need to keep your stop loss as well as the targets. So that way, we can able to generate a consistent passive income. But still, this algo, after pitfalls like uh, a few days we did not run, still this has given around 5,000, right? Which is also good. But if you subtract with number of trades, we have to reduce into 20 per trade. So if it is costly too much, maybe we have to look at less brokerages platforms for algo, so that it will limit your uh, you can save at least 15 rupees per trade that way. Thanks for watching. This is my overall December month, what it has offered. Thank you again. Bye.